Well, hello, Garden City and all our neighboring communities. Welcome to episode number 581 of the Garden City Community Chat Show. It's Thursday, June 16th, 2022. We're so happy that you could join us tonight. We hope you're all safe, staying cool, and doing well. And boy, it has been brutal out there. We'll get into that with Tom a little bit shortly here. I am your host, Kerry. Also joining me tonight are my co-host, Garden City's very own meteorologist, Dr. Tom Mywinski. Tom, how you doing?
Doing okay. We're a little warm today, don't you think?
Yeah, don't you think?
Little bit. Hey, and look who's back from taking a week off. Former Garden City councilman and current president of the Garden City Kiwanis, Mr. Mike Jones. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing very good, Gary.
So how was the trip to Indianapolis last week?
Yeah, it was very interesting. I learned a lot. I got some good ideas.
Good.
Should hopefully help move the Kiwanis forward in the community.
Absolutely. That's what we like. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Denise Stabley, who filled in for you last week. She did a fantastic job. So a big thank you to her. She didn't have
Is my job in jeopardy?
No, I don't think so.
Dang. you try to retire and nobody will listen to you.
I'll tell you. It's terrible, isn't it? Hey, tonight we have Garden City Councilman Mark Jacobs, who is also a candidate for mayor. He will be here facing off. He'll be facing off with current Mayor Randy Walker and also John Murray in a primary election August 2nd. He'll be here shortly to answer any questions you may have. So we hope you'll stay tuned for that. But first up, meteorologist Dr. Tom will be here with the latest hot weather forecast for you. And then a little later, Mike will close out the show with some all-important community announcements that you don't want to miss. Right, Mike? Remember how to do it?
Sure.
It's only been a week. Hey, so grab your favorite cold beverage or snack, and we hope that you'll join us for the next hour or so. Should be a good one. Just a quick reminder about these upcoming shows so you can get them on your calendar. Next week, June 23rd, we will be taking off and because we're going to Music in the Park. So we hope to see everyone there. That's always a great event. I think it's going to be probably hot that night too. We'll check with Tom. But no rain, hopefully. On June 30th, we have yet another candidate for state senator representing the 5th District. Emily Bowman will be here. As you recall, 2 weeks ago, we had Jody White here, who is running for the 5th District Senate seat as well. So we'll get to hear Emily's side. And then going into July, on July 7th, we have first-time guest Chelsea Nicole. She is the owner of Ooh Snap. She has taken a 1988 horse trailer and converted it into a mobile photo booth and does weddings and several kinds of events. I can't wait to see that.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that should be interesting. Also on the same show, following Chelsea, we'll have Garden City Mayor Randy Walker, who is seeking re-election. He'll be on. And on July 14th, we have another first-time guest to the show, Miss Shannon Coffey, who is the owner of Notary Babe LLC. That's a mobile notary service. It's a very interesting business, and she'll be here to explain everything you need to know and what services she provides. And as you know, I have been working on having all 5 Garden City Council candidates on the show at the same time. And so far, I have 4 committed to the July 28th show. And
Good.
what we'll do is field questions and concerns for them from the residents. We want you, the resident, to ask the questions. So please, between now and showtime, email your questions to us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, and we will do our best to get them on air and answered. So get those calendars marked, and we hope that you'll be able to join us for these upcoming shows. Now, tonight, if you are watching us and you have any questions or comments, and you're watching us live on Facebook or YouTube, please go ahead and put them in the comment section. You can text your questions to me as well at 734-788-9319. We also want to take a minute to say thank you to all of you who listen and support us every Thursday night. not only from our hometown of Garden City, but several of our surrounding communities as well. We really appreciate your support, and we'll always continue to promote our community and yours. Reminder, if your community or organization has any events or announcements that you would like Mike to announce, what should they do, Mike?
Email us, please. Carrie, would be the best way.
Yep. Email the details to us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com or message us on our Facebook page. Go to facebook.com/gcchat. And Mike will be more than happy to pass that information along.
That's correct.
All right, let's get Tom in here now with a quick, not a quick check of the weather, but a detailed check of the weather, I would imagine. So stand by. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. Well, it has been brutal, and I know you and I do not like this weather.
Yes, you and I, we do not like this weather. That is very
But we know
true.
who does.
And we know who does. We know who took the thermostat. We know who locked it away. We don't know where he is, but we'll find him.
Right.
Because I have relief on the way for just a little bit. So
Awesome.
we'll take it when we can get it, right?
Yes.
The cold front is moving through our region right now. It took a while. We had a little bit of a rumbly start to the morning with a line of some heavy rain and embedded thunderstorms moving through. And after that, the skies cleared out, got sunny, it got hot again. We got to 90 for a high. So before the front effect really began to really move in, we still got into the 90s today. And we're going to start to see the relief pour in gradually over the next couple of days. As we get throughout the rest of tonight, we're going to stay clear. We're going to stay mild, but not as warm. We're going to get into the upper 60s for overnight lows, with dropping humidity continuing as this evening. This evening it started, but it's going to continue overnight. The humidity will begin to drop, and as we get into Friday, we're going to see a sunny day out there. Temperatures won't be as hot as they were the last 2 days, but we're getting to probably the low 80s. So a little bit of a step down. We'll take it, right? We'll definitely take Saturday. And as we get into the weekend, we're going to continue to stay sunny on Saturday, but we're going to drop those temperatures again about 10 degrees. So we're going to be in the upper 70s, or the lower 70s, excuse me. So low 70s, Carrie, this time of year, we'll take it, because that's the relief we definitely will like.
Yes.
Because unfortunately, it will be brief, because as we get into Sunday and into Monday, temperatures will be the increase again. So on Sunday, we're seeing those temperatures get back into probably the upper 70s to lower 80s. And then as we get into Monday, we'll get into the mid to upper 80s. And then I feel like we're on a roller coaster. As we get into Tuesday and into Wednesday, we'll be back into the mid to upper 90s.
Oh,
wow.
We're just doing the roller coaster of going up and down and up and down. And now we're going to see another hot start to the week as we get into next week. So on Tuesday, we're going to continue on Tuesday and Wednesday. Yep. As we get into next week, will be the hottest days of the week, with temperatures in the mid to upper 90s, with heat indexes probably over 100.
oh.
And then as we get into the end of next week on Thursday and Friday, we'll probably drop down a little bit, but we're going to probably still see temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s. And that will probably be the calling card, 80s into 90s for the rest of the month. And I don't really see the pattern really shifting. It's going to, obviously, if we get interactions with fronts, we'll have like a day of a little bit of relief. But for the most part, it built back in that heat and humidity after about a day of relief. And that's what we're going to see this weekend. But overall, Carrie, the calling card is that summer is here to stay.
Wow.
The humidity will be coming back next week, and it will probably be here to stay. So just
hunker down the air.
Summertime is here in the Great Lakes, and it's definitely going to be here for the rest of the month of June. So if you like the heat, because I know people on this show do, and they've been waiting for it all year, don't know what they're thinking, but I don't judge. You can like the heat and the humidity all you want,
Right.
but Carrie and I do not, and we've made that publicly clear.
No,
Other than that, I don't really see much rain as well, as we're going to be in a kind of a ridging dry pattern. So this will be kind of a hot, drier pattern. But as we get probably toward the end of the month, we'll probably see that rain and that ridge really begin to break down. But that seems like a while. So yes, music in the park next week will be very warm, probably near 90. So Carrie, you got to go out there. You got to go out there the day before, Carrie. You got to find the shadiest little area, put out your stuff, put a little chain around it so nobody steals it, and then you can come back the following day and it'll already be ready. So
exactly.
That's my little scoop to all the people that are going to music in the park. You got to scope it out the day before and find the shadiest spot.
Hey, don't tell everybody.
It's a big park, Carrie. I think there's enough room.
There's lots of shady spots in the park.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, keep the sunglasses, the sunscreen, and the water handy over the next few weeks because it's going to continue to stay hot and humid as we get into the next few weeks with very little rain at this time that I see. So the good news is enjoy Saturday and Sunday. It will be much cooler and much drier, so it won't be as humid because next week it will be coming back with vengeance and we'll probably be seeing much warmer temperatures next week. And other than that, it's been very stormy across the Great Lakes in the Northeast. Thankfully, all the severe weather has been missing us. It was on the other side of Lake Michigan in Wisconsin yesterday, and now it's on the other side of the Great Lakes into New York and Pennsylvania today. So it got skipped right over Michigan during the overnight hours. So we avoided all the severe weather, and thankfully, because I'm sick of losing power, but we won't get into that. But so the severe weather missed us, and I don't see any affecting us anytime soon. So that's some good news. The hurricane season has been ongoing. Luckily, the Atlantic season is pretty quiet, but the Pacific season's fairly active with a hurricane out there right now. The good news is that we'll stay over water. The heat has been obviously a big story, not just here in Michigan, but a lot of the eastern U.S. has been seeing much more warmer temperatures. I mean, we're complaining in Michigan, but temperatures are going to be much warmer south of us with triple-digit temperatures for consecutive days down there. So, yeah, they've been really sweating it out across the central and southern U.S. And that's pretty much the weather. The heat is here to stay across the eastern U.S., and we're going to be sweating it out, Carrie, but we'll make it through because we won't leave the house, right?
Right,
So
exactly.
if you want to keep tuned to all of my local weather information, just go to my website, DopplerTownsWeather.com, and stay hydrated.
Yeah. So it'll be hot for music in the park. Get some shade.
Absolutely. Yep.
It's pretty shady there, though.
Hot and dry.
Yeah. I just don't want to be bothered by the damn mosquitoes either. Ugh. I'm a mosquito magnet.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Luckily, we haven't had like a lot of rain. I mean, we've seen our rounds of rain, but thankfully it hasn't been crazy wet this season just yet. So hopefully that will be it. I don't see any crazy storms for the rest of June, so I think we should be good with mosquitoes, at least getting crazy bad.
That's
for
good.
a couple more weeks.
Yeah, nothing violent. All right, thank you, sir.
No.
And how's the new job going? You started the new job this week.
Yes, the new job's good. I'm remote, so I'm at the house in the AC and staying nice and cool. I mean, it was perfect timing, and it's a lot of training. So yes, it's all going well.
Good. Glad you like it.
Yes.
All right, let's get to our guest and introduce him for tonight. He currently sits on the Garden City Council and is now a candidate for mayor. Please welcome Councilman Mark Jacobs. How you doing, Councilman?
Good evening. If I was doing any better, Carrie, I'd be you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You
Yes,
hear me?
sir.
Yep. You're just freezing up a little bit. It's
Yes.
the internet. That's
In
the
the-
problem. Yeah, you're froze up, Mark. There you go.
Am I?
Say something.
Okay.
Hello?
How's that?
Okay.
I'm
We'll
still
keep
here.
moving-
I can hear you.
We'll keep moving you back and forth. Well, thanks for being here tonight. How are you taking time out?
No problem. Thank you for having me.
All right, so I got a couple questions here. Some people have emailed me, and we'll get right into them. Okay. So, how long have you been on council now, Mark?
Okay, sounds good. I came on in 2015. So 7 years I've been on and enjoyed pretty much all of it. I came on the day of the house foreclosure meeting where
Okay.
we had an issue with that was the first day that came up.
Okay. So 7 years you've been
If
on.
you remember
So-
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So why did you decide to run for mayor, and why do you feel now is the right time?
Well, I was on council for 5 years, and obviously 2 years ago, I decided I was going to run, and I told everybody I was going to run, and so it wasn't a decision I made now. It was a decision I made approximately 2 years ago, and when I tell people what I'm going to do or say something that I'm going to do, I do it. You know, at that time, the mayor wasn't running, which didn't really affect my decision, but I wasn't going to back out because he decided to get in. I try to keep my word and do what I say.
Okay. Okay. So what do you feel you bring to the table that no other mayor has done?
Well, I don't know about any other mayor, but I'll say what I bring to the table is what people see from me is what I am. That's what you're going to get. I don't put on a persona on TV or on council and then go out in public and be something different around my friends.
Okay.
I'm the same either way. I believe, honesty and forthrightness. If you ask me my opinion on something, I will tell you. And if you want to discuss it, I have no problem discussing it, and I'll listen to your opinion. I will respect your opinion. I will give you my opinion. At the end of the conversation, hopefully we can agree. And if we can't agree, hopefully you'll understand why I'm making that decision. And
Okay.
that way there's no doubt about, anything else or any deals or anything else. I try to tell you what I feel.
Right. Right. Yeah. Transparency and communication is very important.
I believe communication is really big. I think we're really lacking it right now. And with communication, I believe you lose trust. You can start in Washington, you can go to Lansing County, and even Garden City. A lot of people just don't trust what's going on because there's not that communication. We have a lot of organizations, a lot of great groups. You can go with the GCYA, Honest, even the Business Alliance, Goodfellows, School District, Library, American Legion. We have a lot of great groups and organizations in the city that we only communicate with when we want something from them. That doesn't bode well for trust. When out of the blue after a year or 2 years, you go, hey, by the way, the city needs something from you. What can you do? And people don't like that. And I think that's our biggest thing in government right now at all levels is and that builds the trust. Even if they don't agree with you, they trust you.
Yeah. A lot of great volunteers too in this community. That's for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So let's move on.
So-
It seems, are you in favor of the recreational marijuana? Do I assume that right?
Yes. When it first came up, I know a lot of the medical marijuana people because prior to Doc Dockery, city manager, before he got here, the previous city manager directed all marijuana people to contact me. because he didn't want to be really involved with it. He didn't like it, but I personally felt there was a need for medical at that time.
Okay.
Moving forward, I still stay in contact with them, some of the groups, or they contact me, I should say. And with the recreational back then, the state flip-flopping a lot on the rules and the laws and how they were going to set everything up and how the money was going to be dispersed. And in the last, I don't know, year or two, they've kind of settled in on certain rules and regulations. Not to say they won't change in the future, but it is legal. So my view on it is I don't want it on Ford Road. I don't want it on Middle Belt. I don't want it down in the DD area. But if we allow back in the industrial area where we already had the medical set up or possibly setting up, then why not do it? And I've heard a lot of different reasons why we shouldn't. There's others on council that are dead set against it. And the view is if it's going money into the city and it's legal, why would we stop it? It could bring money into the city. We could rehab a building. We could build new buildings. But it's industry coming in. And if it's, I think last year it got dispersed at $50,000 a facility. Well, if we have, that would be $150,000. And some people would say, well, that's not a lot of money, but in a city like Garden City, 150 goes a long way. 2 years of that, and we could have another new rescue squad. So that's why I've kind of changed. And I do that with a lot of things. If I disagree with something at a certain point, but somebody can point out positives and reasons why it benefits the city, then my ego's not that big that I won't change my mind, or my mind can't be changed if it betters the city. And if we can avoid the lawsuits,
and that's the thing.
And I know we had a workshop. Well, we had a meeting at the last council meeting, a workshop, and we had a government attorney come in, and he told us all the negatives. And what I'd like to bring in a marijuana attorney that has worked with communities and what he has to say is an unbiased. I don't think the last attorney unbiased. I think he was biased toward promoting it. And he said was everything that effectively could happen. The worst case scenario for the city is what she came up with. And so I'd like to have another workshop and hear the other side. And there are cities that are doing it that have not had any issues, have not had any lawsuits. So there's a way to do it. I don't want to put us in a situation where we could get sued, but I'm sure there's a way we could do it and bring some revenue into the city, rehab some buildings, or build new ones without flooding it.
Okay.
And I said that at the meeting. I said,
so you feel the community will benefit?
I was just going to say.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, there's a lot of businesses, or a few businesses that, I think we're flooding the market with in the city. But they're legal, but because they're not a controversial business, then we say, okay, we can put 5 of these in the city, even though we all know there's way too many of them. But why?
Yeah.
Why would we stop the recreational when it's legal? It's a personal opinion that some people don't like it. And I'll be honest, I don't use it. I've never had medical, so I'm completely naive on what it does or any of that. But I've talked to the police. There are ways to detect impaired drivers, just like there is with pain pills or prescription pills, alcohol. They're sobriety or field tests that they do just like any other impaired driver that they
Right.
can run. And so, you know, if it's, again, bringing in revenue and it's a legal business and we keep it in an industrial area, then yes, I don't see an issue with it.
So am I right to assume that the money from the marijuana goes to the state and then the state divvies it up to the communities? Is that right?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
so
And I'm sure they're just like right now, it's still not federally legal.
Right.
It's legal in the state, but I believe within a few more years, it's going to be legal federally because we all know when there's a lot of money being made and the government's not getting their cut, they want in on it. And there's marijuana, and it's not being in the bin, and it's not, you know, feds aren't getting it.
yeah, well, they want that tax. They'll tax it.
Yes, they do. And I'm
Yeah.
sure they'll change the formula for how they divvy it up. But again, if the city gets $5,000, it's still more money than what we had going in. Plus, we could build a new building. Someone could build a new building that would, you know, bring in another revenue.
So we don't know what the formula is for the amount of money that we could receive. I mean, we have no idea roughly how much money we'd be getting.
Well, what they do now is they take an excise tax and a state tax, and it goes to the state, and then the state up or takes however many businesses there are in each community. State Garden City had 3, Westland had 6. They treat it up per business. So last year, each business basically generated $50,000, $6,000 per business for that. So if Garden City had 3 of them, that would be approximately 150,000. Say Westland had 6, you know, it'd be 6 times 50, $300,000 approximately that the city would get. If Detroit had 100, they'd get 100 times 50. So that's how they divvy it up right now. And I know there's rumors that they're going to change the formula, or if there's more of them, then cities are going to get less revenue. But again, if you saturate the market just like anything else, some business isn't going to make it.
So in your opinion, you don't see where the city may be opened up for lawsuits? I mean, you know how the residents love lawsuits.
Yes, I do. I wasn't here for that one, but I paid my fair share. I am a going on 60 years in the city, and you know, I'm going anywhere anytime soon. They'll probably drag me out of here. So anything I do vote for, I do advocate for or think is good. I'm going to live with it long after I'm off council or wherever I'm at. I'm not moving. You know, I have no aspirations to go to Lansing or Washington or the county. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be in Garden City, and if I lose this, then so be it. If I win it, you know, either way, I'm going to be in Garden City. So I'll be paying for whatever I vote for a long time.
Okay.
So,
all right, moving on.
That, I do believe there.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I believe there is a way to allow the recreational build marijuana in the city without a lawsuit. I believe that's possible.
Okay. All right. Well, speaking of lawsuits, do you care to comment on the lawsuit with the city and the library and how that's coming along?
I can only say so much because it's in litigation. I would say this. I believe it goes back to the communication and the trust building up. For a long time, I believe there was the communication there should have been, which led to neither side trusting the other side. And when nobody trusts the other one, when you're playing poker, everybody's going to call the bluff. And unfortunately, by the time we started to communicate, it was pretty much too late. So I think moving forward, again, if we're communicating with all the groups and different organizations and helping and bringing that trust level up, I believe you can avoid things like this.
Okay. Going back to the marijuana, recreational marijuana, do you feel that there's going to be a motion on that in the near future, or just further discussion?
Well, like I say, I think I'd like to, and I don't know how anyone else in the council feels about that, but I'd like to have an unbiased opinion on it. Get an attorney that's worked with communities and for the marijuana industry, not just for the government side that says all the bad things that could happen. Have another workshop with them and let us ask them, whatever firm or attorney comes in that's familiar with it, and talk to him about it and see what he says if he has a different opinion. Now, if he says, no, we're going to be open to lawsuits, then no, I would be against it.
Right.
But if he says, no, there is a way to do it, and it's not that complicated, or we have to rewrite the whole book, Lynn's book, then we'll be open to it.
Okay.
And then I would believe there would be probably a motion at some point then.
Yeah. So, okay. So you're more in favor of further discussion and more research on it. That's good.
Yes.
All right. Final question. Your thoughts on the Radcliffe Center and what you would like to see put in there?
Well, I think that's a big win for the city. I know somebody, for the price we got it for and the amount of property and the shape of the building, the condition of the building, I think it was just a great steal for the city. And that was Schoolcraft's kind of going away presence. I know at some point someone had volunteered. They wanted to buy it and donate it to the city, which would have gotten us into potential lawsuits there. Because anytime you have ownership to another person, and then they say they're going to give it to the city, you're opening it up to them being in control of everything. I don't think Schoolcraft would have I think it's great. The stuff we have going in right now, we have the Head Start program that's, I think, pretty much doubled in size. T-Lab has come in there, or staying there, and they're getting bigger. Dance Express is in there, and they're probably doubling their size.
Yeah, they're expanding.
And then some other places and businesses or groups will have meeting rooms available for, say, like potentially a Kiwanis, a Rotary, or something like that, where they could come in and have a city meeting or a organizational meeting, and it's a lot bigger, it's a lot nicer. If we get the additions that we're planning on, if the company gives us the money that they promise us or say they're looking at, that'd be huge. If we get it, if we get the money from the county, like here, and we're supposed, Radcliffe Center, the fire station renovation, the police station that we're going to do upgrades to. All that stuff is just awesome for the city, and one way or another, it's going to get done. Whether I'm here or not, whether anyone on council's here, we're going to get it done. So it's moving the city forward, and I think it's great.
Yeah, it was definitely a no-brainer. Now, will any of these organizations like Kiwanis and that be charged for those rooms? Do you know?
That I don't know if they are. As a councilman right now and as mayor, if I get that, I would be in favor of not charging them.
Yeah.
You know, as long as there's not a conflict with a paying organization that's already in there.
Mhm.
But I'm sure it could be set up to, you know, I believe Kiwanis and you know the other clubs meet for about an hour.
Mhm.
I don't see where that would be an issue. If it was, I maybe a minimal $10, $15 just
Yeah.
like that would be, and that's not
Yeah.
up to me.
I would hate to see anyone benefiting off the backs of any of these organizations and 501s that do so much for our community. I agree. I don't think they should be charged as well. Actually, Mike and I are both on the Commission on Aging, and we decided we're going to have our next meeting over there. So that's going to be kind of cool.
Are you getting charged?
I do not know. I will find out.
I would think not. I think not only for one reason. It's a city commission. So,
Right.
But
Yeah, and we're all
an
appointed.
outside
So
organization, right?
I agree.
An outside organization that does a lot for the city, Kiwanis, Rotary, Goodfellows, stuff like that. They do so much for the community. I would be opposed to charging.
Okay, I agree.
I don't think that $10 or $15 is gonna make or break the city.
Right. Let me ask you
hope
this. Somebody wants to know, are we going to rename the center?
I would think eventually. What?
Maybe
I
have a
don't
contest
know.
or something?
Possibility. Why not?
Yeah.
You know,
Get the residents
give,
involved.
you know, yeah, free room rental or something. You know.
Yeah.
We could. I would think so. You know, I know everybody is familiar with Radcliffe Center, but
Yeah.
you know, city owns it now. I would think it would be renamed something. Again,
out fresh.
just my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't have final say, but that would be where I would probably push the vote for.
Okay, before we let Mark go, Mike,
Maybe
you have anything you want to say?
name it after Mike.
I was going to suggest the Art Jacobs Garden City Recreational Center.
Sure, if you can get support for that, Mike, that'd be perfect. But really, you know, Mike Jones, you know, center.
No.
Mike, any questions?
We
for
get a
Mark?
lot of names.
Any questions for Mark, Mike?
Oh boy.
Former councilman?
Yeah, I had a brief tenure there. Anyway,
I remember it.
you brought up a lot of the issues already, Carrie. I think that it's tragic that Garden City is suing Garden City. This whole dispute between the library and the city needs to be settled,
Yeah.
and so that both organizations can move forward without any more of these legal hassles.
Yeah. Some say it could have been settled a long time ago.
Yeah, maybe needs to be settled now.
Yeah.
Again, that comes back to the communication and the trust.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't trust the other person, but both ways, then you come up with issues like this.
Mhm.
You know, it's hard to negotiate with anybody when you don't trust them. And you know, again, if I talk to you once a month or, you know, every month and a half, whatever, 2 months, there's at least communication and trust being built there versus, you know, every 2 years or, you know, when you discover something and all of a sudden I haven't talked to you in 4 years. And again, some of it goes back years.
Yeah.
and there wasn't any communication years ago. It just carried on, and unfortunately, I agree. This is where we're at. Hopefully, work something with the library capable moving forward, and get good communication with them, and avoid this. Get over this hump here, and move on, move forward.
Right. Right. All right. Is there anything else that you wanted to cover before I let you go, Mark?
No, I think that's about it. All I can say is if the residents vote for me, it's I'm honest up front. My email's up there. I answer them all. Again, I don't agree with everybody. They don't agree with me on everything, but I will respectfully discuss it with you and go from there.
All right.
If
If anybody has any questions, they can contact you at jacobsm@gardencitymi.org. It's up there on the screen. I want to thank you again for coming on. Go ahead, Mike.
Does Mark have one of those Mustangs from Flat Rock that's
Being recalled?
that's being driven off?
Mine's an old one.
Yeah, they're calling a lot of them.
Almost everything I own is old. No, the Mustangs aren't being recalled. They're recalling the Escapes and some other ones.
I didn't say they were being recalled. They're being stolen. They're being stolen from Flat Rock. And they drive them away until they run out of gas.
Oh, yeah.
A few of them. They went through the first one, and 4 or 5 others went right behind them, and they're only going so far because they put very little gas in there, just enough to move around the line, and that's about it. So I'm sure it won't be long before they find parts of them anyways.
Right. Let's see. Sorry, I missed the show. We'll watch it later. Okay. Yeah, Mrs. Chat. Well, look, it's been a pleasure, Mark. I want to wish you best of luck in the upcoming primary. Once again, to contact Mark, if you have any questions or concerns, email him at jacobsm@gardencitymi.org. Thanks again for taking the time. We really appreciate it.
I want to thank you guys both for having me on. Let me show my face. I have the perfect face for radio. So it's all good.
Well, you're live on Facebook and YouTube, so they all saw it now. You take care and good luck. All right.
I'll have to go to YouTube because I'm on that social media. So
yeah,
I'll have to see that up there.
All right. You take care. Good night.
But thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you. All right. Mark Jacobs, Councilman.
He's a good guy.
Mayoral candidate.
I'm sure he will make every effort to do a good job for Garden City.
We'll have to see.
Priorities are right.
We'll see how it goes in the primary. That's for sure. Let's see. Gotta give a shout out to a few of the people in there. We have Garden City Fire Chief Kathy Harmon is in there. How you doing, Kathy? James Berger, Marty James, Ed Wilhite from Hogg's Backyard Barbecue. He says he hopes to see everybody at Music in the Park.
Yeah, they're going to be selling their stuff at Music in the Park, aren't they?
Oh my God, yes. And if you haven't had their walking taco, I'll tell you, it's really good. That's what we're going to get. It's really, really good. Also, Patty Fix is in there. Let's see. Shannon Coffey, who's going to be an upcoming guest. Thank you for joining us. Tina Wing. Mrs. Chad is in there. Yeah, we had a few people in there. We appreciate that. I don't know where Kathy Ward is. Hope she's doing okay. But she's usually in there. So we'll give her a shout out anyway, right?
Yeah.
All right. I want to mention real quick, if you are a small business owner and you'd like to be featured on our show, please contact us either by email at gccommunitychat@gmail.com or message us on Facebook. We are here for you and would love to have you on the show and be part of promoting your business for you. We also encourage you to contact and join the Garden City Business Alliance, which is recognized as the Chamber for Garden City at gardencitybusinessalliance.org. Next city council meeting will be Monday, June 20th, 7 p.m. in the council chambers located at 6000 Middle Belt Road. These council meetings are a good way for you to get involved and voice any concerns that you may have. Also, I did want to announce that we are going to miss this guy terribly. Sergeant Bruce Shippey has announced his retirement.
Oh, yeah.
He will be recognized at Monday's meeting, and yep, he's going to be missed. He announced it at the Neighborhood Watch meeting. So whoever takes over has some very big shoes to fill. That's for sure. We're going to miss him and Rudy terribly. Been on the show several times, and we want to wish him the best of luck in his retirement. All right, let's get to community events. Mike, are you ready?
I'm ready, Gary. What you got?
All right, here we go.
Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yes, that'll be the day
Time for
when
some
you made me cry. You say you're gonna leave.
Mike.
You know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die.
Hey, you were practicing while you were gone, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay, we got an open air market, farmers and artisan market at the Notre Dame Hall at 3144 South Wayne Road, downtown Wayne. It's going to be on Wednesday from 3 to 7, on Wednesdays
Yes.
from 3 to 7 p.m. Neighborhood Watch is live second Tuesday of every month at 7 p.m. at Garden City Police Department. Take a bite out of crime.
Yep. Next one will be July the 12th. July the 12th. They just had one Tuesday.
My birthday.
Oh, well, happy birthday early.
Yes, thank you.
First I forget.
Yeah. Okay, Blues Brews Barbecue is a big event in Westland.
Yeah.
A nonprofit community organization interested in volunteering at Blues Brews Barbecue Festival. The event is Friday, August 5th and Saturday, August 6th. Volunteers must be able to stand, walk, move around the venue for multiple hours, must have a positive, helpful, and courteous attitude.
Oh, yeah. Shannon Coffee says, happy birthday, Mike. Early.
Oh, I really appreciate that. I'll be trying to remember. I'll either be 80 or 8. I have dyslexia and I have trouble keeping those tunnels apart.
80 or 08.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this is coming up.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. This Friday, tomorrow. Is that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah. The annual Strawberry Festival. It's always a big event at the Garden City Presbyterian Church, 1841 Middle Belt. Mm-hmm. It'll run from 4:30 to 8. There'll be music, boutiques, bike sales, games for the kids, strawberries with cake, and ice cream for all. Proceeds will be donated to a local charity.
Yeah, and the strawberries are really good this year. Ooh.
Yeah. This is
Don Nicholson here.
Okay, save the date. Don would like you to save the date. The Cruising Hines will be August 28th. The Wayne Road Cruise will be June 18th. The Vintage Auto Festival will be July 9th at the Westland Historic Village. And you can come and event sponsor by calling Don at 734-658-5296.
Yeah, Don does a great job. That's a lot of work putting those on.
Yeah. Garden City Parks and Rec are sponsoring Wiffle Ball. Starts on June 20th, runs to August 15th, 7 to 9 p.m. $80 for 5x5 for 8 weeks. This, of course, is at the Garden City Civic Arena, making use of that when the ice is melted. We got a lot of other good, nice things going on.
Right, right. Yeah, I used to love wiffle ball as a kid.
Garden City adult programs is a floor hockey league. You can register by June 17th. It's coming right up. And it'll be from June 21st through August 16th at 7 to 9 p.m. at the Garden City Civic Arena. $80 per team.
Yep. A lot of stuff going on there.
Including dodgeball. This is from June 22nd to August 10th at 7:30 p.m. $80 for 6x6 teams. You need to, again, register by June 17th.
Yep.
Okay. Parks and Rec is having their fouling league. That's June 23rd to August 11th. $50 per team, 2x2. Register by tomorrow, again, June 17th at gardencitymi.org/adult programs.
Yep.
Okay, summer camp. Mondays through Fridays, ages 6 through 11, 9 to 1 p.m. June 20th to August 19th in the Garden City Park. $79 for a resident, $94 for a non-resident. There's more information and registration online.
Yep.
It's a good activity for get the youngsters out of the house. And,
Right, off the couch.
yep. Away from their screens.
Exactly.
Okay, Princess Dance Party at the Maplewood Community Center. Dress in your favorite dance or princess outfit. I have to look and see if mine is clean.
You still got your tutu?
Yeah, I think so. Hang out with a famous princess.
I'd like to see that.
Make a craft, listen to a story, have a snack, learn and perform a new dance. $20 for the first child, $15 for the second child. Space is limited. Ages 4 through 5 are on June 21st from 10 to 2:30, and ages 6 through 7 are on June 23rd from 10 to 12:30.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Music in the park.
Next Thursday.
This first one, as Carrie mentioned, is going to be next week, so we'll be off the air.
Yep.
But the others will be on July 21st and August 18th. They run from 6 to 9 p.m. There's also a corresponding shop and play event. Kiwanis is going to be sponsoring a cornhole board raffle.
Oh, cool.
So there'll be a lot of interesting things going on that businesses and community organizations are going to be doing in conjunction with this music in the park.
Right. Not to mention all the good food. Make sure you
Great. Oh yeah, you got to go to the barbecue. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
And the band this next week is St. John Smith. On July 21st, it's the Smith Factor. And on August 18th, it's Taylor Tucky, which we're familiar with.
Yes, all very, very good bands.
Okay, a hiring fair on Friday, June 24th from 11 to 6 p.m. for clinical and non-clinical positions. $500 to $20,000 sign-on bonus.
Wow.
Same day interviews and offers. This is through the Garden City Hospital. They need registered nurses, nursing assistants, housekeepers, EMT people, paramedics, public safety officers, respiratory therapists, dietary and food services, administrative clerks, cooks, pharmacy techs, patient account registrations, or registered nurses and sterile processing techs.
Wow. That's huge.
Yeah, it looks like they're looking for a lot of people. And
You're looking for a
if
job.
you got some background in that area, you can get a nice sign-up bonus to start.
Yeah. Wow, that's nice.
Okay,
They're good.
Guys and Dolls
Len Fisher.
is the Inspire Theater, a music fable of Broadway based on a story and characters by Damien Runyon. starts on Fridays and Saturdays, June 15th and 16th, 22nd, 23rd, 29th, and 30th. Those shows are at 7:30. And Saturdays and Sundays, July 17th, 23rd, 24th, 30th, and 31st. Those shows are at 2 o'clock. Tickets are only $18. You can get those by going to inspiretheater.ticketleap.com. It's a great musical. It's always been one of my favorites. I've got a horse right here, and Luck Be a Lady Tonight.
Right. Hey, and I'm sure Len Fisher and his cast will do a great job. That's for sure.
They do a remarkable job. It's hard to distinguish that these people aren't professionals.
Right. Very good. Here's the big one.
Yeah. Autos for Autism car show is coming July 18th from 4 to 9 p.m. This benefits the Berger School for students with autism. It'll be at the Garden City High School, 6500 Middle Belt at Maplewood. That's their original location. They've been in at the middle school for the last couple of 3 years, but that's not available due to the construction stuff that's going on. Live music by Bonnie and the Working Girls. Delicious food by R&J Smoked Meats. There'll be merchandise, raffles, lots of trophies, dash plaques to the first 200 entrants. Motorcycles are welcome. Space is limited, so register early. You can get more information by going to their Facebook page at facebook.com/autos for autism, or by calling Lisa Clark, 734-323-3010, our very own Kim Marquette at 734-812-1559.
Yeah, Mark Jacobs just texted me and said shuttle buses from Lucky Squirrel Lot will be available too. So
Oh, that's great.
Shuttle. Awesome. Thank you for that, Mark.
Yeah, because his parking will be a premium over there.
Yeah. Here's another big event.
Yep, the Garden Walk, sponsored by the Garden City Garden Club, takes place on Saturday, July 23rd. This is their 28th annual Garden Walk. It'll run from 10 to 3. Tickets are $20 per person, includes lunch at the Straight Farmhouse. Tickets are available at Barson's Greenhouse. You'll get to see some beautiful gardens. There'll be a vendor show, a plant sale, backyard floral arrangement contest, and door prizes.
Yeah, they're going to have some really beautiful yards this year, I think.
Okay, Garden City Library presents their Summer Reading Bash vendor and car show Saturday, July 30th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Only $10 for a vendor table. Applications online. I know Kiwanis has agreed to help sponsor that. We approve some money, and I think we're going to be even selling Petey's Weenies there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. American Legion Post is having their 10th annual golf outing. Yeah. Saturday, August 20th at the Inkster Valley in Inkster. Check-in at 8 a.m., 9 a.m. shotgun start. Registration fee is $100 per person. Registration includes 18 holes of golf, breakfast, lunch on the turn, and dinner. Hey, you eat all day.
Yeah.
There'll also be 50-50 raffle, baskets, raffles, golf prizes, and course challenges.
Look at that hole-in-one money.
Oh yeah, 15,000.
15 grand, you get a hole-in-one. Wow.
That's only way I get a hole-in-one is if I start 10 feet from the puck, the cup. And then I probably only get it one out of 5 times.
That's some serious money right there, boy.
Yeah, it is.
Look at, we're talking Christmas already. They're looking for crafters.
Garden City High School Holiday Craft and Vendor Show will be on December 3rd at Garden City High School. Looking for quality crafters. Direct sales spots are limited. You must confirm availability.
Yeah.
This is December 3rd, Garden City
Yeah,
High School Craft and Vendor Show,
that's the
10 to 3.
right. And that's all I got.
Okay.
Good job. A lot of stuff going down.
The other is.
Remember, if you guys have any events or anything, make sure you send those flyers to us and we'll get them up on the screen for you. You know, we're always looking for guests for the show too, Mike. If you are a business owner, a candidate running for office, or belong to a community organization, we'd love to hear from you. It's very easy. Just email us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, or you can message us on Facebook. It doesn't matter what community you live in. We want to hear from you.
We had a good speaker at Kiwanis today from the League of Women Voters.
Yeah, how was that?
Very good. She was very informative and talked a lot about the new constitutional amendment for designating the districts and so forth, and drawing those lines and how that was all done. And
all the new districts. Yeah, a lot of changes. That's for sure. For now, we'll do the show remotely and safely from the comfort of your home or office. Share your information with us and the surrounding communities. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you. Let me see. I do not have anything else. I mentioned Bruce Shippey. Next Neighborhood Watch will be July 12th. I mentioned that.
I take it Bruce is taking Rudy with him when he retires.
Yes. Rudy goes with him. If you didn't get your June marketplace, there it is. You're going to want to get that. It's got the music in the park and Lucky Squirrel on the front. A lot of good stuff. You can pick that up at a lot of locations in Garden City. And with that said, Mike, I think we're ready to call this a podcast. Special thanks to our guest, Garden City Councilman Mark Jacobs, also running for mayor. Contact Mark once again at jacobsm@gardencitymi.org. He'll answer any of your questions that you might have or comments. Also, a big thanks to my fantastic co-hosts, meteorologist Dr. Tom Iwinski and Kiwanis President Mike Jones. Great job as always. Mike, any final thoughts or comments before we go?
Can't think of anything, Kerry. No.
What are the Tigers doing?
I don't know. I haven't watched it yet tonight. Was it yesterday? They lost 13-0. They had 4 hits, and Chicago had 22. We used three non-pitchers in the late innings to pitch because we were running out of pitchers.
Well, we got a pitcher's duel tonight. 1-0 Detroit in the bottom of the 7th. So,
that's the kind of game we have a chance to win.
Yeah.
One in which we don't give up any runs at all because we don't score very darn many runs.
It's a shame, too, because the power's there. I just don't get it.
Yeah. They got a lot of guys who are
a lot of great
really underperforming what they've done traditionally.
Yes, I know. And they just can't seem to win at home. That's the sad part, too. Yeah. I don't know. Also, a huge thank you to each and every one of you for sharing part of your time with us tonight. We really appreciate it. Remember, this show will be available right after we sign off tonight on Facebook. So we hope that you'll catch it later at your convenience, especially if you tuned in late by going to facebook.com/gcchat. We're also on our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for GC Community Chat. You'll find not only this show, but all of our past shows as well. And while you're there, please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. We would really appreciate that. And as always, Mike, we continue to thank all the healthcare workers, first responders, police and fire, everyone on the front lines who serve and protect us every day. We can't thank you enough. Be safe, and we want you to know you and your families are in our thoughts and prayers every day. And when you see any of these heroes, please let them know how much you appreciate them. They would appreciate that. Remember, the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. That's very important. Don't forget, we like to promote community unity, so let's spread that unity and support one another. And please don't hesitate, vaccinate.
Yeah, because even if you get this this virus, you're going to probably be only mildly affected if you've had your vaccinations and your boosters.
Yes, very mild, very mild. That's what they're saying. And Mike, if you see something,
Say something.
right, got to look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to doppertomsweather.com. He'll show you where all the heat is. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Right
Or
over-
you can open your window and you'll find it.
right. Yeah,
Okay.
just
Yes.
head out the front door.
Tell that city clerk over in Westland that enough is enough.
I know. Turn that thermostat down, Richard.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Tom's got a very user-friendly website over there full of good weather information. So check it out. Remember, we'll be off next Thursday, and we hope to see you all at Music in the Park. If you see us, come on up and say hi. We would appreciate it. The event starts at 6 p.m. at City Park. So we'll see you there. Now we'll be back Thursday, June 30th, with State Senator candidate Emily Bauman, Bauman. I'll get the right pronunciation before the show, hopefully.
You know what community she's from?
What's that?
You know what community she's from?
I believe Livonia. I believe. Yeah. Or no, she could be Westland. No, yeah, because she's a candidate for precinct delegate in Westland.
Oh, okay.
Jody, I believe, was from Livonia. The other one running.
Well, it'd be nice to have somebody who actually shows up in Garden City for events.
Wouldn't that be wonderful? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be live right here on Facebook and YouTube. So until then, we hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to contact us here at GC Chat, once again, email us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Please stay cool in this brutal weather. Want to wish everybody, all the dads out there, a happy Father's Day Sunday. Mike,
Thank
happy
you.
Father's Day.
Thank you.
And
My daughter, by the way, has bought a house in Eaton Rapids.
really?
Yeah,
Wow.
a lot closer to her new work.
Okay.
People that were living in that before her left it pretty dirty.
Oh, so a lot
My
of
grandson Sam and my wife were up there yesterday and spent all day cleaning, and they're going to be moving and cleaning stuff tomorrow.
wow. Boy, in this heat too, I hope they take it cool.
Yeah.
Pace themselves. All right. Well, look, have a very safe and wonderful rest of your week. Stay cool and good night. Mike, take care, bud.
Yeah. You too, Carrie.
All right. See ya.
Yep.